Jane Mazimba, and this is a channel where we talk all things finance, all things fashion, and all things lifestyle. So how do you buy into a bond? There are two main markets that you can buy in. There's the primary market where the Bank of Zambia will issue out a bond for the very first time. So they will put it in the papers, usually is how we know. They will do a first issue and they'll say the government is issuing a COVID bond of 1 billion kwacha and these are the rates. And then you bid and see whether you can get in. That's the primary market. Once that bond has already been issued, you can still buy into the same bond on the secondary market. And in Zambia, our secondary market for the bond would be on the Luse. You can buy into the secondary market via Luse, which is the Lusaka Securities Exchange, or our stock market, Lusaka Stock Exchange as it was known previously. Here is when the bond has already been issued, so you can still buy and sell the bond. If Jane bought already, then she wants to sell a little bit, she'll go to the secondary market. Other people who want to buy into the bond like that. Sometimes the bonds are undersubscribed, there's some leftovers, and so there's excess space for you to buy into, so that will also be traded on the Luse. So now things have changed. Before, you would need a lump sum of 100,000 kwacha to buy into a bond. Things have changed. There has been reform in our investment space. So now you can buy into a bond with as little as 2,000 kwacha. What do you need? You need your money, obviously. And then as a lay person, you will need to either speak to your investment advisor or your banker. If you have a bank account, just go to your banker and say, I've got some excess money, I would like to buy into a bond. And they're able to take you to their investments department, or they will link you to a relationship manager or an investment advisor. And those are the people who will trade for you. So Jane can't just go onto this. Well, I've got the certification now and I'm getting the licensing. I've applied for the licensing, so I could be able to trade for you. But it's not just any random person who can buy or sell a bond for you. You need to use certified people. They must be certified by the Securities and Exchange Commission. So there's a course that you take, which I've done and cleared, and then you apply for your license. You can apply for a dealer's license. Well, I think I should do a whole video about careers in the investment space. But anyway, your broker needs to be certified. So you can go to an institution that's certified with people who work there, or you can find an individual broker who's certified who will be able to buy. So one thing you also do need to know about government bonds is the tenure. Bonds are usually long-term in nature. So your bond, you can buy in for a 2-year bond, a 5-year bond, a 7-year bond, 10-year bond, or 14-year bond. So these are long-term investments. When you're thinking about government bonds as an investment asset or as a vehicle for you, you need to keep in mind that you are putting away your money for a long term. But also there is a return. So for instance, if I have bought in a bond of 100,000 kwacha at 30% per annum, and it is a 5-year bond, right? It means that the interest, the coupon will come 30% on 100,000 is 30, yeah? Is 30,000. So interest will be 30,000 kwacha every year, meaning twice a year they will pay me. So if I bought in January, they will pay me in June, they will pay me 15,000, and in December they will pay me 15,000. They will do this every year for the tenure of the bond. So if it's a 5-year bond, they will pay me 30,000 in total, divided in 2, so 15 every June, every December for 5 years. When the 5 years is up, they will pay me the last 15,000 kwacha, and then they will also give me back the 100,000 that I invested initially. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I think it's a pretty nice way to grow your money. It's a pretty nice way to securely put away funds if you're considering this. If you have little children and you want to start a college fund and you can get your hands on a lump sum amount, I feel like bonds are a great way. For instance, MJ is 5 years old now. he will be going to college in like 12 years. So I could buy into a 10-year bond or a 14-year bond as his college fund. If I put away 100 or 200,000 for him, I will keep getting interest, which we can do other things with, or we can keep somewhere else and have it grow as well. But by the time it's maturing, he'll be ready to go to college, so there will be a nice pot of money for him. So those are just considerations. You look at what your goals are, and then you look at what assets can you invest into and for how long, and then you blend them together and see what works for you or sell on your behalf. So that is it about government bonds. Did I miss out anything that you know that you think I haven't touched on? Then feel free to comment below. Or do you have more questions about government bonds? Is there anything else you would like to know? Are there other types of investments that you would like me to tackle during this Vlogmas period? I feel like it's important for us to talk about these things, especially now, because we are planning our 2021. This is what we want to do. These are investments we want to make. These are portfolios we want to build. So I thought that I could infuse in different types of investments into this series so that you can have them at the top of your mind as you consider. So that's it on government bonds. Do remember to comment below. Was this video helpful for you? Do you have any more questions around government bonds? Are there any other types of investments you would like me to tackle and share on? Just talk back to me. You know I love to hear from you. Also, remember to subscribe. Remember to go back and watch all the videos from day 1 of Vlogmas. We have been posting a video a day since 1st of December until 25th December. Thank you so much for watching, and see you tomorrow.